Hey there everyone, Hector Tasmania here. Today I'm going to be reading through the brand new Marvel Spider-Man 2 comic issue 1. Now this is going to be based off of the brand new game that will be coming out later in the fall. But before we do so, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, share my video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos just like this and turn on them post notifications so you don't miss out on my single release. But anyway, let's get to it. Alright, so for the first page, we have the Marvel Spider-Man 2 logo. And then we have the list of names of the script, art, and colouring the design of this comics. And here are all their names down below. So this is the first page that we're introduced to, along with having Insomniac's logo here and the PlayStation logo. Welcome back to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, the podcast for people who think of themselves with the help of this show. Our guest today is journalist Mary Jane Watson, whose book Perilous: A Journey into War-Torn Sicaria is out now. As a former newspaperman myself, Miss Watson, I'm pained to see your tone of hard-hitting reportage sell so poorly. Pained but not surprised. People just don't want to read depressing books about war. You need to jazz it up, make it fun, sexy, like I did in the 80s. No doubt you've read my Cold War bestseller Saucy Soviets, the spies who wish they'd love me. It's in my stack, but I don't care about sales. I just want the stories of the people suffering in this conflict to be told. A noble goal, but if a book falls in the forest and no one reads it, does it make a sound? Let's face it, young lady, covering war is a veteran reporter's game. You were going to say a man's game, weren't you? I would never. Besides, you did have a man with you, your photographer, Peter Parker, who is also your boyfriend. Rookie mistake, my dear. You can't focus on the job if you're stealing smooches at some picturesque chateau. The chateaus have all been bombed, which you've known if you read the book. That's it. I've had about all. I'm going to take all of your outdated condescending advice. You used to be a great reporter, but now you're just self-promoting jerk who couldn't handle modern journalism if your life depended on it. If you are faced with a real threat, right now, you know what I bet you do. And now, a word from our sponsor, the Sanctuary for Unwanted Supervillains, free to a good home, the Tarantula. Just be warned, he looks cuddly, but he's not house-trained. And he really does not get along with other spiders. Impeculous, you will all die. Screaming. Jard, help! I'm too important to die. My producer's supposed to be my human shield. It's in the fine print. Yeah, that's what I thought he'd do. Hope the Daily Bugle live stream is ready for the content coming in hot. Getting smoked by 2 Spider-Men once wasn't enough, huh? Tarantula? You wanted an uncle? I want my honor restored. And I will have it. Woof! By slaying you both. Tarantula's weapon begins to charge up. What was that? You always go left. I almost got killed going left against the Tinkerer, so I changed it up. I told you. I think I told you. Adios. Why no, it does sound kind of familiar. Ka-ka-boom! Tarantula's weapon explodes. Sorry for the damage, ma'am. And you're welcome. Oh, come on, the interview wasn't that badly, was it? Gotta go. Emergency downtown. Alien dinosaur zombies. See ya! Forest Hills, Queens. It wasn't a total disaster. Anyone would have blown up at Jameson. But face it, that interview wasn't headed anywhere good. Peter Parker, did you deliberately steer the fight with Tarantula into the studio? No, not consciously. I mean, let's focus on you. Are you okay? Jonah had no right to say that stuff. Do I wish my book hadn't bombed? Sure, but it doesn't change how I feel about my job. I just needed to work twice as hard at the Daily Bugle. I became a reporter to make a difference, not money. Speaking of money, how are you doing? I know getting your teacher certificate hasn't left much time for paid work. I won't lie, it's been tough keeping up with the mortgage. I knew Aunt May took out a loan to keep the fee centre running during the Devil's Breath crisis. I just didn't know how much. But I could never sell this place. It's all I have left of May and Uncle Ben. Have you thought about getting a housemate? Actually, yeah, a lot. Wait, me? Only if you want to. It's not that I don't, it's just really I need to stay in the city for work, especially after the book. Totally, I get it. No problem. It's really not about us at all. It's. Hey, am I interrupting? Miles! Glad you made it. You guys looked kinda off today. Just rusty, no big thing. Yeah, been a while since we worked together, that's all. Are you sure? I know Pierce had a lot on his mind. Anything bothering you? Well, I guess I've been thinking about college. Always figured I'd major in the science, but lately, making music's been where my mind goes. I still love tech, but I hear you. This decision will affect where you apply, what you study, loans, the rest of your life. Yeah, maybe I'll leave the resorting to MJ. You didn't let me finish. I was going to say your heart tell you what you do. See? Restoring. You could always major in one and minor in the other, Miles. Then switching if feels wrong. I guess, but it's hard to find a great music school with a strong math department. I don't know. Maybe we should stick to Spidey stuff. Great idea. See? Your gut knows. Anything in particular? I've been working on an adjustment to your lures. The pinging ones you gave MJ to distract bad guys, make them look somewhere else. I just need some parts. You guys want to come with to the electronics store? Or would you rather have some couple time? I could use a circuit board, unless you. Gotta get my steps in. Let's go. I love the way you're thinking, Miles. You don't know how often I've wished those lures had offensive capabilities. Hold up, something's in the car repair shop setting off my spy sense. And since it's closed, I'd vote for a multiple point inspection Spidey style. Rear gates open, locks broken, alarms disabled. We're not dealing with after hours employees. Yeah, having been misjudged on my appearance once or twice, I hate to profile anyone, but what's the hold up? You're supposed to be car thieves. This is a vintage model. You can't just hack its computer like the new ones. You have to hotwire it. And we've never actually done that. I watched an online tutorial, but make it fast or I'll find an online tutorial for kicking your crash. The window breaks. Okay, look, we all appreciate nice cars, so why don't you give up before you dent something? It's the spiders, both of them. You spider freaks don't know who you're messing with. Our Magnus is the Hood. He's got the force of darkness at his command. Magic, huh? Is this a role-playing game? Are you LARPers? I'll roll a natural 20 upside. You're. What? Peter gets whacked on the back. Ah! You're warned, mortals. Run for your lives or suffer the wrath of Hades. They're still here, just invisible. Splat! Prr! That stuff's toxic. Nice work, huh, ma'am? Spiderman, you know what to do. Oh yeah, Spidey sense. Plus a web spray. Ah, no! And these guys are going to have to go back to card tricks in jail. Whack! A little electric webbing stuns the last guy, and just in time. Sounds like we'd triggered the alarm busting through the skylight. I figured this would go a lot better if we met the police as Peter Parker. Parker, I live up the street. And you say you saw Spider-Man fighting some goth hair metal guys inside. Spider-Man, both of them, but they left. MJ could be seen standing next to Miles. MJ Watson, Daily Bugle, any idea who the perpetrators are? We've had reports of a gang matching your description active in the past couple of days. We'll know more after we question the suspects. Hey Lopez. Place is a mess, but there's no one in there. Anyone get out this way? The door didn't even open. Maybe they booked it without seeing. We've had the back covered. No way they couldn't have got past us. Unless they used magic or something. Those guys were unsuspicious. How'd they get past the cops? Maybe they had friends with cloaking tech nearby. Come on, man. You're a scientist. You don't really believe in magic. I guess not, but I've seen things that look like magic. Mr. Negative, Shadow Demons, a guy who turns into sand. Guys, I've got something. Officer Lopez was right. These guys have been on the crime spree for the past few days. High-end cars, cash, electronics, things that they can fence and fast and easy. I'm sending you the known location. Focus on that area. You might get lucky. Nice work, MJ. So even if we assume these crew is using tech or powers instead of magic, why would guys who can do that be pulling off smash and grabs? We might be about to find out. I just got a tip on my friendly neighborhood Spider-Man app. Weird activity in a jewelry store not far away. Looks empty. Neighbor who reported it saw lights inside, but they went off. So did my spidey sense. Something hinky's about to take place. MJ, meet us here. On my way. Okay, this time we know what we're dealing with, which means window breaks with Blossom. This is gonna look so bad if no one's here. Argh! This is nasty. It got in my mouth. Relax. It's totally non-toxic. Now hold still. Hey, don't touch me. I know my rights. Like I thought, cloaking tech. I've got markers. More magic than you. Like I said, rights. As in, I'm remaining silent and there ain't nothing you can do to make me talk. I'm sure of it. It's been altered, but this tech was designed by Finn Mason, the Tinkerer. But she's dead, and her underground all accounted for. So this hood must have found a cache of her stuff and repurposed it. Hey guys, sounds like you've made some progress. Not enough. These fellas don't feel like very chatty. You just don't know them well enough. But when you sent me their pictures, I started doing research. Our friend here, for example, Egner Persky, all his records before 5 years ago are fake. He owes Wilson Fisk money. Wanna know his real name? Hey, if that gets out, I'm dead. Proposition for you. You start talking and we stop. Okay, okay. Look, no one knows the hood's real name, and we're not dumb enough to ask. Sure, he used tech, but he's really got supernatural powers. He's the one who hired us, led us to the Tinkerer's stash, and he could turn invisible, then walk on thin air too. Finn's people had programmable matter boots. They used to jump and climb, not a big stretch to modify them. But these guys are convinced their boss is some evil wizard. We have to make them more scared of not talking than talking. Leave it to me. Jimmy Coletti, you grew up in a church, altar boy. Still donate to your local parish. So, a criminal can't just be religious? Oh, I don't doubt it, you're a sinner. Which makes me wonder why you'd work for a man who traffics with the demons. I mean, we're not just talking about jail here. You're risking your immortal soul. I I thought it was fake, a gimmick like the scorpion or the rhino, but after what I've seen, look, the hood needs the money from these jobs to buy something. A smuggler's bringing it in from overseas tomorrow. It's some kind of magic artifact, ancient. The boss said it had powers over life and death. Artifact my wet butt. Everything else fits though. The hood's raising money for a buy. Of what? Drugs? Guns? A new devil's breath toxin? Let's ask these guys more about. Suddenly the lights go up. Oh god. He's here. Suddenly shots fired. Miss Watson, look out! The hood is here to send you to hell. Down! Behind here! I was trying to pull the fire alarm with the sprinklers on. You'll be able to see him. Oh, my bad. I'll take care of it. Spider-Man gets hit in the back. Ah! Splat! Missed. No worries, a 360 web blast can do the same job as water. All of a sudden, Miles' spider sense triggers. Unless you telegraph what you're doing like an idiot. Like you just did. Mary Jane activates the spy device. A loud screeching noise penetrates and distracts the henchman. Nice. We've got him now. The master set us free. We gotta do the same for him. Are you suspicious? You don't even have your tech now, which means you've got nothing. Neither do we. The hood's gone, along with the most expensive pieces in the store. Face it, Tigers, we blew it. The police won't get another word out of those guys, which is exactly what the hood wanted to scare them silence. And the jewelry. Add that to what he already has. He should be able to afford that magic artifact. At least we know where no one acts magic involved. All tech that doesn't react well to sonic attack. Nice going, MJ. You too, Miles. The thug's tech was fried, but the hood obviously got his working again, so he got better materials. Still, we can use this next time we see him. If we do, the deal is going down tonight, and the list of active smugglers in the city is too long to cover in a day. Even if we can find them, let's admit it, guys, we're out of sync acting like amateurs. Pete, you're acting like you used to when you didn't consider me a partner. When were you always trying to protect me? After how I handled myself against Osborn, Doc Ock, Insecura. Are we really back there? I know you're just pro MJ. It's not that, it's. If I'm honest, it shocked me when you said you wouldn't move in with me. I told you, it's not about us. I know that intellectually, emotionally, it might take time. I get it, and I'm really sorry. But in the meantime, you just have to trust me, Peter. I will, but you have to trust yourself too. This book situation hit you harder than you realise, or you wouldn't have gone off on Triple J. That's not the strong, confident person I know and love. I swear, I only smuggled fake purses, but I know who's who in the game. I'll make a list. That's both sweet and annoying because you're not wrong. I felt it myself, but I think I know how to get my mojo back. What about you, Miles? Is picking your major really eating you that much? Not anymore. Almost getting short has a way of sharpening your focus. And when we find the hood, he's the one who's gonna get a rude awakening. You love to hear it, and you'll love to hear this. A stripped down list of the main players in the smuggler world with current addresses. MJ, work your research magic. Miles, let's split them up and meet in Midtown. Hasn't been easy to get a lead when you don't know what the hood's really buying. But if it is from overseas, one name keeps coming up. The Fortuner. Hard. Same, no one knows his real name, but I got some tips on his recent imports art, historical relics, fine wine. And I cross-referenced the dates with travel records. There's a yacht that was docked here each time and it got in this morning. How close are you to the pier? As the spider swings? We're there already. You've got to be kidding me. We just missed him and he's too far out to catch. The hood might still be in the area, but if he's invisible and not attacking us, our spider sense won't react to him. Think your new gadget's up to the job, Miles? It'll have to be. I took the frequency that disrupted the hood's cloaking before and it mixed it with some of my beats. It should scramble his tech temporarily if we get close enough. So, we sweep the area between here and where he's pulled most of his jobs, Miles. Make it funky. Really? That was kinda how do you know, fella kids? Blasphemy! It's a song, young people today, I swear. And now, I sound like Jameson. You've got fans, but no hood. Sorry, this whole idea was a bust. Wait, over there! He's ducking into that contained building, probably hoping we didn't see him. I say we let him think that. See how he likes being snuck up on. Be ready for anything. He could have an army of guys in here. Guns, bombs. Okay, that I wasn't expecting. I'm telling you, Ma. I know I've been faking magic up till now, but this is the real thing. I'll cure you. Parker Davis Robbins, listen to me when I'm talking to you. Take off that silly hood. I want to see my son. The Lifeline tablet's been written about since the Middle Ages. It can cure any disease, even raise the dead. You're gonna be fine. I said, listen, I'm ready to go. All I wanted is for you to be safe, happy. You started stealing to pay my hospital bills. It's time to stop. I will, as soon as you're better. Now just relax. This won't take long. And then he started siphoning the words to cure her. We should wait in just a minute. The chart's glowing. The spell was working. Is the cancer gone yet, Ma? How do you feel? I I must have read it wrong, but I'll figure it out. There's still time. I'm sorry, but there isn't. It's over. No, wait. We can make a deal. You can have the tablet when I'm done with it. Isn't there someone you wish you could heal? Someone who's passed that you could have given anything to bring back? Someone? I. I. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your mother gets the best possible care, but magic isn't real, Parker. It's time to face reality. Face this! You're gonna stop disrespecting Finn Mason's memory right here, right now. Stand down, Hood. You can't hide anymore. This is your fault. You messed up the ritual somehow. Maybe what it needs is blood. Your blood. Parker, stop this right now. Huh? You listen to me, Parker Robinson. I'm dying. You can't save me. What you can do is be with me. That's all I've ever wanted. To spend what time I have left with my son. I've said it again and again, and you've never listened. Can you at least give me that much in the last moments of my life? Could you give us a few minutes? Sure. Mum, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Shh. It's okay, honey. It's okay. No, not now. Easy. We've got you. Gonna need a minute here, guys. Sorry, I didn't even get the memo about you making commissions out of the way. Hood's in no danger. He's unharmed. We've got spider bots keeping an eye on him. One more time. Move or we will move you. Officer Hayden, right? Didn't I pull you out of a burning car? And I don't know if it wasn't for me, the rhino would have pulled you. We've never asked for anything in return for saving your lives. We're asking now. You've got 5 minutes. Won't need them. She's gone. There's nothing to fight for anymore. So, I want to apologise. I wasn't really listening to you like Parker Robinson wasn't listening to his mother. I'll let my intuitions throw me off, and it couldn't have ended really badly. I'm lucky we're together, MJ. That's all I need. Thanks, I've been off too about my book. Much as I hate to admit it, but all this showed me how stupid that is. Because of what we did, a mother and a son had meaningful last moments together, and a, a criminal got taken in without anyone getting hurt. That's what matters, not impressing jerks like Jameson. Hey, did I tell you I decided on my major? Turns out SUV's got a music technology program. Best of both worlds. I get to use science and make music, which is crucial because, in case you didn't notice, my latest mix slapped. Now all I need is a recommendation from an album ally. Pete, you think? Me, Miles? I'll be honoured. Not sure how much weight I can carry, but I'm in. Outstanding. Now all I've got to do is write my essay. Well, this is me. You guys have fun on patrol. Be careful. It's the bad ones who need to be careful now that we've got our act together. You're right. I feel like we can handle anything right now. Hey, Tony, anything exciting going on? Excitement's your job. Mine's aggravating my psychological. Nothing changes here. Isn't this a little aberrant? We should at least discuss it internally. What's to discuss? I'm setting the fact channel for a mint. It's the future of media. Print newspapers are the past. My officers more than you get from anyone else. I know because I've checked. You'll be taking advantage of my sentimentality towards this place. I want to buy back the Bugle and not just buy it, run it. Well, it is profitable, officer. We can't refuse, so, Mr. Jameson, we have a deal. Mind if I ask what promoted this? I just feel like I owe the younger generation the benefit of my wisdom and experience. I'm about to teach these snot-nosed keyboard warriors what it means to practice journalism the J. Jonah Jameson way. Jard, pack up my stuff. We're moving uptown. Alright, that is it. Issue 1 of the Marvel Spider-Man prequel comic. A lot was going on there. So we had Spider-Man facing the Tarantula and Parker, while MJ was suffering her setback from Jameson's throw at her book, and it took her a while to get over that and get her groove back. MJ and Peter actually worked out their differences and now coming together, with Jameson now realising what he's done was wrong, and now he's actually buying back the Bugle and running it and moving straight up to Uptown. So this was a really fun story to read and explore, and I can't wait to see this dive further into the latest Marvel Spider-Man 2, coming in fall of 2023, September hopefully. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this today, and I shall all see you again in the next one. So, until then, take care. Goodbye.